That schoolboy defending.
The Eagles take on the Chiefs in Super Bowl 59. Place their head-to-head bet on the game, and if your team scores the first touchdown, get paid out early as a winner. See your account for personalised max stake limit. PointsBet. Feel different. Imagine what you could be buying instead.
Welcome back, everyone. It's the last podcast of the year. It's Super Bowl week. It's Super Bowl 59, Sip. It's the rematch. Can you believe it? We're sitting in the studio. The last time this happened, you were punting the ball deep and long in Arizona, and, waste management was on the day before. But now we've got the Super Bowl 59 New Orleans Chiefs, Eagles, the rematch. There's a bloke to talk about Super Bowls and this game. There's no one else you'd rather talk to. And I tell you what, I'm excited. I just got me. Have I told you about the new Paddy Mahomes special? No. It just arrived in the mail, King. It just arrived in the mail. It just arrived in the mail, King. I am ready to go. What do you reckon? They even set the whistle.
What a way to start this bad boy.
I got the Paddy Mahomes special just in time for Monday.
That is elite. I tell you what, if they have any involvement in this game whatsoever, we're going to lose it. The amount of times I've had to watch that replay of the holding with 1:30 to go in that game, I'm going to lose my shit. Excellent.
I must say, he was very angry of anyone listening to the podcast. I'm wearing an umpire's outfit, and I've got the whistle, I've got the flags, and I was wearing a Paddy Mahomes.
Holding.
So, very good. I've been waiting all Arvo for that.
10-yard penalty in favour of the Chiefs.
What about the Sip? He's had a mare today.
Nightmare.
Speaking of mares, I the Hawthorn Footy Club, I think Jordan Lewis has been hit on Church Street. He's safe and all good, but the car was upside down.
Yeah, it was upside down.
And then you called me with a puncher.
There's a bit going on, but hey, we're here. We made it. Let's go.
And we will be at the Osborne, ready to go. If you like the energy up the top, wait till you see 9 a.m.
Jeez.
I don't typically get going in the morning, but we will soon.
I can't get over that kid. That's fantastic.
I'll take this off in a second because I've got some more stuff. But before we get into it, I just want to give a huge shout out. In fact, you should give our shout out to our man Danny Bean.
Yeah,
because he's our tipping leader and he's held on. So
you're home safe. Well done. Good work. I think you've been right up there all year. So credit to you, mate. You finished it off strong, and well done.
As you can tell, Danny Sip's a bit flat, but you held on.
It's good work. It's good work. The base has been great.
Well, Danny, I'll tell you what you win. You're going to win some of Mitchell and Ness's Super Bowl collection. They've just released it. In fact, I will be putting this on later, and I'll be giving Sip a little present. But guess what? I've already got the, it's already kind of the future, but look at this. I've got it ready to go. The champions.
Oh, gee. Very good. That's elite.
Ready to go, Sip. We are ready to go. So, that's Danny Bean, you will be getting some of the latest merch from Mitchell and Ness, and I'll slide some Rixies in there if you want some Soho cherries. Just let me know.
Beautiful.
But great work, mate, and hopefully we see you at the Osborne.
Yep.
There's a lot going on. I think we're going to dive in. Let's just give them an agenda today, guys. This is your agenda. The agenda is the news. We'll go over the awards. Just happened today. We're recording this podcast Friday, Arvo. It'll be up tonight. And then we're going to go over the fun facts for the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Some crazy statistics.
Yeah.
And then we're going to break that puppy down and give our tips.
Yep.
And not only that, there's some fun props. We've got some big betting markets in there from PointsBet that we've got, the custom markets, best bets. Break it down and we'll just fly through. But mate, I am excited to see you.
It's a big one.
Let's start. News. I'm going to go quick. Myles Garrett landing spot.
Plenty to choose from. He's a big man and the most wadded man, I reckon, for sure. And if you want a big defensive end to be on your side, he's the man to be able to get it done. So who's out there right now probably looking for one? I'm not really too sure. I haven't really thought about it. Maybe the Titans.
You know where
the Titans might need one. Yeah.
Man, I'm looking at him.
You're looking at him. You reckon the Eagles?
They've got cap space.
Wow.
And he said he wants to win.
Oh, no doubt.
And I'm telling you, if Eagles win this year, they will go back to back.
They lose Josh Sweat and they'll pick up Myles Garrett.
Yep.
Wow.
There's a lot of space for him. And the only thing is, do they have futures as well?
The other one that I can consider also too is the Commanders.
Yes.
The Commanders. Talk about cap space and a chow on the rise and wanting to win. They might. He could be a point of difference for him, and he can still win there.
There's a bit of footage of him and Hurts, and I think they might be friendly.
I think they are. Don't worry. We had a preseason camp, and we trained against the Browns a couple of times, and They're very fond of each other.
There you go.
Their
So it wasn't-
conversations were real.
Yeah, and that's why I reckon there's something
The
there.
conversations were real.
Something there. And when
Yeah.
you've got cap space and it's Philly and they've been very good and they're
Yeah.
about to, well, we'll talk about who we think will win, but they're obviously
They're in the
top
right
two
spot at the
teams
right
at the
time.
moment.
Yep.
I mean, as
and
if
they're not
Myles
going to go
Garrett-
anywhere anytime soon. That's for sure. Myles Garrett, though, whoo-wee.
There'll be a Luca 8. I know
Damn.
this is an NFL show, but the NBA landscape this week. I thought, come on, fellas. It's still another limelight in the Super Bowl.
Wow.
The Luca 8
Jeez.
trade. You're going to see a bit of that. I saw
Yeah.
Burrow come out today and publicly, he's not doing this privately. Publicly, he's saying, I want the band back or
Yeah.
there'll be consequences. So, Smoking Joe, he's not mucking around.
No,
and he's
he's
talking
not.
about even Gesicki. He wants
Yeah.
Gesicki to stay
Yeah.
around as
Well,
well
he
as
was huge
T.
for him.
Higgins.
He was
wants
huge.
all of them.
Yeah. It's vital.
including-
Keeping an offense together for a long period of time is huge.
Righto, Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp. Well, everyone talks about Chargers. Chargers could be one, but again, the slot they've got their slot man. They've got McConkey, so I just don't know if that would work necessarily. But a team that might be in lean of the slot is the Texans. Texans could be one, or the Steelers.
Nice.
They're the two. They're the two that I think I can see right now. Maybe that might want to be teams that are wanting to win still, and they're the two teams that come to mind pretty quickly.
I thought the Dallas Cowboys.
Mm.
I reckon they pick up the running back, Genty,
Yeah.
in the draft.
And they go with Cooper Kupp. Well, they need to make a splash, and he'd be the right splash. That's for sure. He's certainly an upgrade from Brandon Cooks. I'll say that.
Exactly right. Let's follow there. There's a bit more news out there, but we'll just get straight into the Super Bowl fun facts in a second. The only other thing I'll say is there's apparently a rumor going around. There's a bit of an illness.
There's a bit of
Jalen
virus.
Carter,
Yeah.
50-50 to play.
Through the defensive units
I
right
think
now, but maybe that's a little bit of a ploy. I'm not really too sure.
I reckon
we'll
it's
see,
a good one
but
just to get the Chiefs
yeah,
boys offside.
just
You got 3 days.
we'll see.
Come on, boys. You don't need
very interesting though to see what happens, but I'm sure they'll be fine to go.
I reckon it's just a little sneaky just myth. They're just leaking as much as
Love
they
it.
can to get the Chiefs offside.
Love it.
Righto. Well, look, I know a lot of people out there are wondering what I'm talking about when I say the Mitchell and Ness, but I've already showed you. But Sip, have a look at some of their other collections here. This one here is just a cracker.
That's unbelievable. Wow.
Yeah, we got.
Jeez,
the
I
old-
wouldn't mind taking that one home.
Oh, mate, that's yours. That's yours. That's a New Orleans. Thanks for the seasons. That's how I pay Sip. I pay him in Mitchell and Ness t-shirts.
Mitchell and Ness t-shirts, and I tell you what, I'm not disappointed by it.
That's a cracker, isn't it?
Even
The
my
New
lovely
Orleans.
wife outside will enjoy this one. That's
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
You might even wear that tonight at Coombsy. Is it Coombsy or
Good, tell you
Coombsy?
what, look at that. I love it.
Now, I know what you're wondering, guys. You're going, how's the integrity going at Osmerican Aces? And lucky we are all over it. So we've got the LA Rams signed hat and we've got the Todd Gurley signed jersey right
Yep.
here. We will announce that through the middle of the show, so stay tuned. And when we do announce it, it's Sips pick the winner during the week. And you'll have to slide in the DMs and we will send it to you in Oz Post. Speaking of Oz Post, I'm still waiting for that jersey to rock up, Sips. So we're going to work through which one you
Better
want.
not give me another Chiefs hat. I'll tell you that right now.
All right. Well, speaking of this, I'm taking this outfit off, Sip, and we're going to get straight into it. I want you to
Yeah.
start off with some fun facts, crazy stats about the Chiefs.
Jeez.
We're going to do 2 things here. We're going to talk about the Chiefs and the Eagles because I've
A bit of a rundown in terms of how they look, what you think they're going to happen,
well,
type
I'll
thing
just
like
start
that.
it off with the Chiefs, and then you give me a couple about the your boys. But I've got some mail here, and there's some positives and some negatives.
hit me.
I'll start with the what I think is a bit of a negative.
Okay.
5 of Patrick Mahomes' 7 Super Bowl touchdown passes have come in the 4th quarter.
Wow. Oh, that's right. They've been down
Or
basically
overtime.
every game, and he's come home strong. That's an excellent one.
So
Yeah.
concerning.
Yes.
But
very
then,
true.
But then I think about Patrick Mahomes and how good he is.
Yes.
He is 13-0 when he plays in a dome.
That's massive.
13-0.
Now, I got one for the Eagles on the other side.
I know,
there,
we'll get
but
there in a second.
That's
I got
excellent.
one
13-0 at home is a dangerous, dangerous game. That's
And
a
when
dangerous
you play
game.
the Eagles, you just can't afford to give them a lead. So
Yeah.
unless the Eagles don't score,
Yeah.
then that 4th quarter touchdown passes, that's fine. But
Yep.
if you watch what they've been doing, they've been scoring a lot.
Yeah.
The other one, this is historic. But the Chiefs cornerback, Trent McDuffie,
Mm-hmm.
has never lost a playoff game in his NFL career.
Wow.
With 2 Super Bowl wins
playoff
already,
game.
he's set to play in his 3rd. And him and several teammates could become the first players ever to win 3 straight Super Bowls to start their careers.
Jeez. It's not bad, is
Imagine
it?
winning 3 in your first 3
Jeez,
years.
it's not bad.
I mean,
Far out.
come on. It's
That's
never been done
unbelievable.
before, and you're going to do it in your first 3 years.
Oh, my goodness.
But there's
me.
a couple of stats from the Chiefs
I like the
sidelines.
Chiefs side there. That's big. I like
I
that.
thought we'd just roll out
That's
and
good.
just
Bit
let
of
the
fun
Chiefs
fact
fans,
for you. Eh?
let the Chiefs
It's
fans know
excellent.
what we're talking about.
The Eagles side's very funny though. I love that. This one.
Well, we've both got it. Now, while you're talking, I'm just going to put that.
Yeah,
Eagles,
I love it. Keep going. But how
one.
about the Eagles having the heaviest O-line in Super Bowl history? 1,688 pounds. That's unbelievable. That's a great stat to have there too. Good luck getting past that. I'll tell you that right now. If you're able to do that, well played.
Can we mix it up with? They've also got the Offensive Player of the Year.
I know. That's exactly right. Exactly
And you
right.
know what,
and
Sim,
he's no light fella either.
I've gone over the player awards. I've skipped them on the run sheet. We'll get back to that in a
We'll
second.
get back to the Players Award. That's all right. Bit of fun fact.
Saquon Barkley, Offensive Player of the Year. What a season.
Unbelievable.
And then the heaviest O-line in history.
Yep.
Super Bowl history, that is.
That's right. Super Bowl history.
I know the D-line's good for the Chiefs, but
which still be good, but that's a big challenge. Don't worry about that.
ranked? Do you know what they're ranked, the D-line?
The Chiefs D-line, they're in the top 4.
Top 4.
They
and
are.
Obviously, Eagles will be
the
one.
Eagles are number 1 in the O-line.
And like you told me, when I said to you, Minnesota, I'm not sure about this and that.
Mm-hmm.
And you go, mate, when it comes down to O-line, D-line, if your O-line's better, you can still run the ball.
That's right.
And
I think that's what can happen.
Seeing.
Yep, absolutely. Devontae Smith looks to become the 5th player to win the Heisman Trophy, a national title, and a Super Bowl. Only the 5th player to be able to achieve that if they win. That's pretty sick.
And I saw when they asked him about it, he's like, yeah, I've been in these games my whole life.
And he has been.
Yeah. He goes, it's just another game.
He has been.
And there's a young receiver.
The last Super Bowl, he was the best wide receiver.
Mate,
I know. We'll get to it.
Might be alluding to one of my best bets later on.
But yeah, Hurts, in 14 completed games since September 28th, 35 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Crazy numbers.
60 minutes from a Super Bowl ring.
It's as good as it
that
gets.
gives you chills.
He obviously got injured against Washington and they lost that game.
Yeah.
But besides from that, he has been very good. And as we know, he's had the knock on the passing, but he's kind of done it all in the playoffs.
By 1 interception thrown, it's not like he hasn't thrown the ball. He's still been throwing around and getting it
One
getting
thing
it
I
out
will
there.
say, I'm not going to sit here and just blow smoke up the Eagles' asses.
Yeah.
If that's what you say. That's the same.
Yeah.
Cleaned up their asses.
Yeah.
He holds onto the ball too long.
Yep.
And Tom Brady, I only picked up on it because of how good Brady is. And
how good their O-line is too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well done. Devil's advocate. But there are times where AJ Brown's got split and he didn't throw it. And clearly they won by a stack against Washington. But there was a lot of times where he's holding onto that ball and you think, oh, if he can become a little bit more elite.
I think they'll plan for that.
Well, he just needs to get that ball out earlier if there's a one-on-one down the field. And if
agree.
it is, especially with my man we're going to talk about later, because he's not going to have McDuffie on him, I just think if he can get that going, good luck. Good luck.
I think they plan for that well enough, and I reckon they get the ball off a little quicker, especially early on, because the way that the Chiefs like to blitz and bring the heat early, hopefully that's what they've kind of prepared themselves for. But I think that's I think it's a great thing that you say, because there's certainly times where he likes to hold on to the footy or looking for a bigger play when sometimes it's just something there ready for you to go and give you an extra 10. Yeah.
And you don't want to get...
That's right. You don't want to get too caught up in that situation. No, that's right.
If one of these quarterbacks go down, you can almost bet your bloody bottom dollar that it's all over.
Yep.
You know?
Agree.
Was it Wentz v... Imagine that. Can you imagine Wentz v Hurts?
How about this for a little interesting one? In this century, every time the Super Bowl has been played in between the two teams, with one team traveling east and one team traveling west, the team traveling west has won.
Which team's traveling west?
The Eagles.
Wow.
Every time.
These stats are crazy.
Games that have the amount of games that have been played. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. This will be the 12th game. So the team that's travelled west is 11-0.
I've got a crazy one I haven't sent in.
Okay.
It's on the same. I'm going to try to spit this out.
That's nuts though.
This one's crazy as well.
I don't know how people have the time to be able to find it, but that's incredible. I love it.
Well, some sick unit's done something similar, right?
Okay.
And I'm just getting up the points bet app as we talk because I want to see what the spread is. But since Super Bowl era, right?
Mm-hmm.
Teams that have had a first round bye, Chiefs.
Yep.
That have played a team that haven't had a bye.
Yep.
Are 0-10 against the spread.
Wow.
The only wait there, that's against the spread. So everyone's going, what if the spread was 15? Okay.
Yeah.
But outright, 1-8.
Mm-hmm.
I guess there was a draw in there.
Yeah.
My mail. The only team that won was the Steelers against our man Benny Graham at the Cardinals, and they won on the last drive.
That's right, the last drive.
Like as late as you could have
so
done
they
it.
still didn't get the line.
So teams that have had that bye have pretty much never, except for the Steelers, won against a team that's gone right through.
Yeah, that's...
And the last team was 2009.
Yeah.
And he dug that up, and I went, that's also favouring the Eagles.
Yep.
And I've been looking for stuff because
right.
I know we're a bit harsh on the Chiefs, especially obviously you.
Well, we're a bit tired of them.
I'm a Ravens man, and I am. We'll get our tips later.
We're not knocking them though. Obviously, they're there for a reason. They're a fantastic team. They've got some things that are going really three in a row.
They're the greatest.
But speaking of 3 in a row, right? 3 in a row.
Oh, here we go. Another one.
Okay. Last professional organisation in America to three-peat. Who was it? Of all sports.
I'm thinking it's baseball.
Wrong.
NBA?
Yep.
I should know it. Just
Don't
tell
know.
me.
It's the
I was
Lakers.
going to say Kobe or someone.
Who
like
played for them?
that. Oh, I've just said it. Oh,
Kobe.
Mamba. Oh,
Mamba.
I'm feeling something. Chinese New Year.
Who was, or where did he grow up, Kobe?
Billy.
That's right. Who was his favourite team?
The
The
Eagles.
Eagles. The Eagles aren't letting a three-peat happen, mate. They're going all the way and they're looking after their boy, Kobe Bryant. Don't worry about
Can I
that.
tell you one more? And I'm pretty sure it's the Chinese New Year just happened, and the animal is a snake, which is the mamba.
It's the Mamba.
You go back to the mamba.
Here we
It's all
go.
about the Eagles,
Oh,
baby.
just load up on the Eagles, will ya? Load up.
Oh, mate, I'll tell you what, at $2. I mean, gamble responsibly, but
That's great.
gee whiz.
There's some interesting, fun little things
There's
that have
some
just
crazy
popped up over the last couple of weeks. I thought that one was pretty cool.
I did see the mamba.
Kobe
back in the
three-peats.
day.
No, he's a Philly man. Let's make sure, the Chiefs don't get it done. Let's look after our boy Kobe. He's been a Philly boy, and
Wow.
what better way to do it than the Philly Eagles to get it done, eh?
There you go.
Great.
I knew you had the Kobe one. I thought it was the Chinese New Year.
No,
you
went the
stitched
other
me up.
way.
You go, geez, you're all over it, train. You just sucked me in. You just sucked me in. I'm nowhere near
There
it.
you go, mate.
That
There
is
you go.
unbelievable. Well, just back to that spread, it's 1.5.
Yep.
So
Yep.
if the Chiefs were
Yep.
to cover, it's one. They've got one. They've got to win by a point.
That's
so
right.
crazy work. There's a few more there, I reckon,
There's
as well.
some exciting stuff there. No, that was great.
There's a
That might
few
be all
more.
we have.
All right. Well, there's some crazy fun facts. We obviously love going over that. That's more about the Super Bowl. I've actually left the Gatorade and all that kind of, I find those markets.
Yeah.
I'm not even interested in
Yeah.
it. I am so obsessed with this game that we're gonna give a tip out.
Yep.
And I think it's worth a laugh, but I'd rather have a little bit of, me hard earned on the game versus
Love
those
it.
markets.
Love it.
So I haven't gone too deep in that because we've prepared a lot about this show. But before we start, I want to go over the award winners. We just went through all the award winners, and obviously me and you had a bit of fun at the start of the year.
We did.
I don't think we got one.
No, I don't reckon we did. No doubt.
But we weren't far off. What about our man, Paddy Satan?
Yeah.
Obviously met him, know
Yeah.
his manager really well.
Yep.
What a
Yep.
humble, man he
Yeah,
is.
he's
But
been a star all year.
Defensive player of the year. How good's that? I
Yeah.
mean, everyone always thinks it might have been,
D-line or something like that. Yeah, no
Micah
doubt. I had TJ as
I
my
had
one,
Crosby,
but
I think.
yeah. So
There you go.
Very good.
Easy Jaden Daniels, offensive rookie of the
Easy
year.
done. Well done.
But
Yep.
offensive player of the year, Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
How good's that?
Yep.
And then MVP, I think that's one where there's a bit of, I think it was 23-27.
Yes, it was
But
very
when you
close.
But let's be honest, after losing that game,
Yeah, I think you have to lean towards.
you can't.
yeah.
I mean, I still think
He's
Allen-
only like the third or fourth player to ever win MVP, but not be voted in as first team All Pro.
Yeah, that was what was really
Yeah.
confusing, wasn't
Yeah.
it? You know what also
it's
told
obviously
me?
been very, very rare, but yeah, it's amazing.
I also thought they don't want to have Lamar's name have 3
Yeah.
and not have a
Not
Super Bowl.
have us. Yeah, but neither. Yeah, okay. But Josh is obviously this is his first one, so it can make sense. Like, how can a 3-time MVP not have a Super Bowl? Yeah.
bit of politics.
But there's no doubt there's a little bit of politics
Defensive Rookie of the
involved
Year,
with it. but
Jared
yeah.
Verse.
Yep. Yeah,
How
he's
good
been a star for the Rams. Yep.
How good are they at recruiting?
They're doing very, very well.
I
no
thought
doubt.
this was interesting. Kevin O'Connell, Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
I thought he was outstanding, but
I
when
think-
you get done straight sets,
Yeah.
Not straight
well,
sets,
he
lost-
went out
sorry.
obviously first. Yeah,
Not
I think
straight sets, but,
obviously
the
just
last 2 years.
it's more based on obviously regular season stuff, and then finishing obviously the way they 14-3 or whatever it was. Obviously, pretty impressive compared to the year before, and
What about the bill? What's
the
bill?
expectations obviously of them weren't very, very high, and to be able to, they're probably high overachievers in that aspect. But I still find it a bit odd how Nick Sirianni can't. There's a few there. Don't get me wrong. He's not the only one. Nick Sirianni, maybe. I don't know. You take your team back to a Super Bowl after losing 6 in a row, finish 10-7, but maybe that's just Maybe it's just the fact that Minnesota, nowhere near it last year, had a tough time. 14 wins with what he's been able to do. Maybe.
I reckon Sean McDermott's stiff.
McDermott's probably
and
stiff.
Quinn from Commanders.
Yeah, and Quinn as well.
I mean, he's got a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, that's a great call. I actually am. Now that you've said that, Dan Quinn should have won that by a mile.
Well, I reckon, I don't know. I haven't seen, we obviously straight in the studio as these finished. I haven't seen the votes and whatnot, if there are any that at least.
Shocked.
I just thought
you said that.
I was surprised he wasn't
Comeback
right
player
up
of the
there.
year, Joe?
Joe Burrow was enormous. Yeah. He was enormous.
If his record was better, he's probably MVP. But
well, his defense let him down.
Oh, yeah. I just mean by win-loss, obviously, it's he's stiff. Defense doesn't get it done. You obviously have to, that's the reflection on you, unfortunately. But yeah, deservedly so.
Well done. Then, as we probably all think, but assistant coach of the year, Ben Johnson.
Yeah, by a mile.
And aren't they going to be fun to watch? That's the other team, the Bears. They reckon Myles Garrett might go there and he might be able to help out.
Yeah, he's done well. I'm excited to see what they can do. I
tell you what, if anyone predicted that at the start of the year, there's a lot of players, I don't think anyone would have predicted that. Aaron Rodgers was I'm thinking back to the start of the year, he was the main man everyone's talking about for comeback.
Yep.
Defensive rookie of the year is really tough. So is offensive. I mean, Caleb Daniels, Jaden Daniels is one of Caleb Williams or Jaden Daniels. It's always the quarterbacks normally. But
Bajan was high up there for offensive.
I think Patrick Surtain, I would have loved to know his numbers at the start of the year. I reckon the odds would have been really juicy. Yeah. Well, I'd love to know when the last corner won that as well.
Yeah, it's a good.
A cornerback doesn't normally win that.
Yeah, I think I don't know. Maybe Trayvon Diggs won it not long ago. I mean, he had 8 interceptions in 1 year, and maybe
I reckon Revis.
But it's a good point. Definitely a good point. Overall, I don't think many corners since the awards have obviously been out that they would have won. There's no doubt. But yeah,
it's interesting.
Good stuff.
Well, I don't want to wait any longer. I want to get into the game. There's a lot that's happened, but I just can't stop thinking about this game. I am just so excited for it. I feel like I've watched enough of both these teams. You've really invited me into this Philly world, and I've just watched every game now because of you, and I've watched them closely, and they're pretty easy to know what's going on. It's a very simple offense.
Yep.
Obviously,
but who do you stop? It's great.
Exactly. But then when you think of the Chiefs' defense and their offense, I would say the Chiefs' defense, they always take out the best weapon at wide receiver. And I also think that their offense is very confusing.
Yes.
So I narrowed
who do you exactly go to minus Kelsey, but who do you exactly go to be able to stop, and their play calling is elite?
Look, I've got this sneaky that Noah Gray was just non-existent. I've got a couple of, I've got an explosive play here or there. Juju Smith-Schuster stood out like dog's balls.
Watch him.
Just, him and Hopkins are the players where I'm like, are they the ones? But Hopkins, he only ran 13 and 11 route. He's hardly been on the field. Are they saving him? Maybe. Hollywood Brown's there. Worthy's there. But I just think Hollywood Brown will get taken out by your man, Quentin Mitchell. So Worthy's the danger man. Yep. The only guy I can think about in the game is Kelsey. I feel like the whole game is going to go through Kelsey. I reckon the Eagles allow a little bit of ball down the middle, to the tight ends. So Kelsey stands out by a mile. But outside of him, I'm really Mahomes with his legs. I honestly think he'll have to use his legs a fair bit.
And that was the thing that the last time they played, particularly in the Super Bowl, is that they lined up Kelsey in the slot a lot in that game. And obviously the guy across from him is so much smaller. At the time, it was Avonte Maddox, and it's he's not going to be able to match what he does. And I have a strong feeling that that's going to happen again. And you'll just see it go through there a fair bit. There's no doubt in my mind.
He has struggled a little bit against your man, the defensive coordinator.
Yeah, Vic Fangio.
Yeah, he's been really good, and he's forced Mahomes to throw it out a lot. He has pressured him, and they reckon you should never pressure Patty Mahomes because he'll just go, all right, see you later. But he's had a bit of success doing it at the right time.
He has.
And I reckon I wouldn't be surprised if Kelsey starts all right, and then they just wait, and then they just flick a switch and go, right, I know what to do now. Yep. Bang. But I don't know about you, Sip, and this is ridiculous, but I'm that confident the Eagles will win.
Dude, are you?
Oh,
wow,
mate! I've done that.
I'm not as confident as you, but wow, that's amazing.
I'm telling you, I'm wearing
the Eagles' defense give up only 12 points in the dome.
That's why I'm confident.
That is nuts.
That is crazy. I don't want that either. I want a high
I wouldn't
scoring
like
affair.
it. I definitely haven't predicted that, but that's just crazy.
I was a bit of a little bitch on my predictions. You know why? Because I only predicted them. I predicted them by 10. I've got a feeling it's 17. I'm serious, mate.
You are that confident that they'll get the job done. Wow.
I think
Good on you.
I think the Chiefs haven't seen an offensive beast like
I don't know
Saquon.
if they've seen. Yeah, I would agree.
I reckon they have. This is the other stat.
But they just find a way.
They haven't allowed a running back, I think,
They haven't allowed a running back all year.
Yep. I think
over 100 yards. They have not allowed one.
No,
the
they
closest they got was Derrick Henry week 1, and he had 82. But they have not allowed a 100-yard rusher all year.
Yeah, they've never allowed a RB to rush for 100 in 18 playoff games since Steve Spagnuolo took over as D coordinator in 2019. Will Saquon be the first?
Yes.
And the last player that got going was Zamir White, which was in 2023, and that was December 25. Obviously, wasn't a playoff game. I just think, as you said, the heaviest O-line, healthy, defense stacked.
They are healthy this time.
Their defense stacked.
They're
you get the ball. If they can
genuinely
lead, Hurts with his legs.
Yeah.
And the man I love is Smith. Devontae Smith is a beast. He averages 100 against them. I know the Chiefs will know this, but how are you going to stop it?
Yeah,
you're gonna
but it's 3 times in a row there and you haven't been able to get it done.
On him? You're not. You're going to keep him on AJ Brown.
Yeah,
so I don't like AJ Brown this matchup.
Yeah.
Maybe you get a one-on-one. He's just too good.
Yeah.
You know, Scary Terry had one of those plays against the Eagles, but he wasn't on our man Mitchell. I reckon Smith and Barkley can cut sick. I don't know why. I'm not liking the tight end position for some reason this week.
I do.
Yeah, I know. I just got it.
I love the tight end position, particularly for Dallas.
Do you?
I do. I love it.
Maybe
I think it's going to be a big weapon for him. I really do.
It'll be a big weapon, but I just think Devontae Smith deep ball.
Oh, no doubt. I sure, but for a tight end, for them to have obviously a real big impact, like 70 yards is a huge game for a tight end, and I can definitely see something like that happening for Dallas. 70 yards is massive for a tight end, and that can be game changing stuff there. And I think that it's a great matchup for him. If there's one real, if obviously their D line is relatively strong, not relatively strong. That's a poor choice of words. They are ridiculously strong. But if there's one weakness really in the defense for the Chiefs, it is their linebackers. They're not as big. I wouldn't say they're as quick as what some other teams are in that linebacker position. And that is a great opportunity for Dallas Goedert to be able to go in there and make something happen for sure. So I do particularly like the tight end from the Eagles' point of view. No doubt about that.
Yeah. Look, you know I love me stats. That was raw
Reel
emotion
them out.
there. It's time to go to the stat man. Dallas got it. He's been hot. I tell you what, 85 receiving yards, 8 targets over Washington. It's actually all green lights here, mate. The Chiefs gave up the most receiving yards and second most receptions per game to tight ends in the regular season. Goddard posted 60 on 7 targets against the Chiefs in that Super Bowl a couple of years ago. That doesn't really matter. That's 2 years ago. But they do give up the most receiving yards. So, you know what? Green light on
I think it happens. Yep.
I go to a guy that I like is Smith. Obviously, just the 4 receptions, 4 targets, and he's had them all in every game. He's had 4 targets. The Chiefs give up the most and second most yards per route run and receptions to the receiver aligned in the slot. Last week, Shakir, he only had the 46 in the matchup. But Smith did also turn 100 yards off 9 targets against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl a couple of years ago. He's also, I think he's gone for 112, maybe 97 and whatever it is. He's averaging 100 against the Chiefs. It's a really nice one. So the ball should be going through Smith and Goedert. The reason that we're a bit nervous on AJ Brown is the Chiefs allow the second fewest receiving yards and 7th fewest receptions to receivers aligned out wide. Nico did get 81 on them in the divisional round.
Yep.
And Brown did get them a couple of years ago, but different side now. And look,
Smith gets them.
Yeah, if you look at what it says, it's red light AJ Brown, green light on your man Goddard and Smith. And then if you go to our man Barkley, it's all red lights on data. But, I mean, James Cook had 85 and 2, and he had 49 receiving, right?
Yep.
That's a pretty good day.
That wins you a Super Bowl.
Well, normally.
Yeah. Don't win you Super Bowl.
So I kind of reckon they've just slowly been leaking a little bit, and I just wouldn't be surprised if not only breaks this NFL rushing record with playoffs included. He only needs 53 rushing yards, mind you, but I just think, how can you stop?
Yeah.
I just don't think it's the O-line. It's so just stacked.
Yeah.
It's stacked.
Yeah.
And
it's stacked.
If they can lead, and we can tap back into our stat, our stat is that Mahomes starts real slow in his Super Bowls. He's been behind majority of the time, and he is the best player in the world that we've ever seen. He's 7 from 7 down the stretch.
Yep.
So if he's coming home like at the end with the ball, he's gonna score.
Yep.
But I don't know if he'll be in that position. I reckon, and also like Saquon Barkley, he's going up against a team that has allowed the most explosive runs.
Yep.
It's always to like an RB2, but they do give up explosive runs.
Yep.
They're really good. They're consistent. They give you nothing, but they do give 1 or 2 plays away. So that's what I really like. And I don't know, man. I remember when I don't know, when the Broncos played Seahawks and we're all excited and it was a close and they got absolutely
they got pants.
Smoked.
Yeah, the Broncos had no answers. That's right.
I don't know if it's going to be like that. A lot of Chiefs fans listening going, train you off your head. But I'm
we won't see that because I reckon just they're well established in that too and they're there for a reason. But it's very good points that you make. And the other difference from 2 years ago too, I think, is that 2 years ago the O-line was obviously elite still for Philly, but we weren't very good at actually handling the blitz. And to when teams got after us, we were a bit susceptible to it. There's no doubt. This year, though, defenses have tried to blitz the Eagles 33.7%. That's a league high. So the Chiefs are obviously the 4th highest at trying to blitz teams. So what I'm trying to say is that the Eagles are well prepared now for blitzes to come their way. Obviously, one of the highest teams to be able to do in the league has normally been a genuine threat for them and a dangerous ploy to them. You're seeing an O-line as well that's actually well equipped to be able to handle that because they've copped it the most this year. So do they come up with a different way defensively to do it? I'm not sure. I think he loves his blitzing too much, I reckon, Steve, and he's going to find a way to still be able to get that done, but it depends on where you get it from. So we'll be interested to see how that goes. But yeah, it's exciting.
You can blitz, but you might not be able to get past that O-line.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right. And then as I said, now with a league high, how many times a team blitz, which kind of shocks me to be honest, but they're well equipped for it. They actually know how to handle it. We've seen what Saquon has been able to do. We've seen what Jalen's been able to do. They're well equipped and ready to handle it. So, it's what an exciting time. And Monday can't come around quick enough. It cannot.
As we know, our friends at PointsBet, they have a huge offer, and it is you get on your head-to-head team, and if you score the first touchdown, you get your money back straight away. So
what
a incredible. Obviously, gamble responsibly, guys. But that is an amazing, cheeky little promo there. And, we'll talk about our tips right now with our first touchdown. But that is awesome. And you know what's awesome? This game, $1.80 for the Chiefs, $2 for the Eagles. Yeah. It can go either way.
Yeah.
And the fact that we're both going for the Eagles and they're $2 and with confidence, I'm going to tease that line, baby. I'm going to tease that line. I might tease it right up to 20, Sip. And if the Eagles win, you'll be seeing me pissed as a parrot running around the Osborne with your jersey on. I'll tell you what.
Stuff. Love it.
I'm just so excited. You know what? Mahomes has done me every year. Every year I've doubted him and he's cooked me.
I know.
And I'm going to stick with me guns.
I hope it doesn't happen again.
I'm going to go again. It's a bit like
we may as well go to the well, mate. We may as well go to the well and start digging.
Mahomes, you can finish me. You've done me every year, Paddy boy, and not this year.
Why not? Love it.
Oh, wow.
All right. That's good stuff.
Let's get into our predictions, and then we'll get into some of our specials that we have cooked up for you.
Hat giveaway.
All.
Gurley giveaway.
Gurley now.
Yeah, let's do the Gurley now before we get into these predictions. Let's get it done, eh?
All right.
Hey?
I'll hold it up, Sid. We'll get a little bit of a drum roll here from you.
Said.
And the hat's down here. Here it is, the hat, the jersey. The winner of the Todd Gurley signed jersey and hat giveaway is
Tommy Hofert.
Bang! Congratulations, Tommy boy. There you go. Sip's picked you out.
Well done, mate.
Congratulations. You will be winning the signed Todd Gurley cap, and it's a cracker as well. Our friends at Cap supplied that. Shout out to you guys. And our signed jersey there from Todd. I'll send that to you in the mail. Let's hope it doesn't get lost like Sips. And just make sure you get in contact with us. I don't want to just send you a DM straight away. I'll let you listen to the podcast. Once you've heard it, jump in the DMs and we'll get back to you. If I haven't got back to you by Monday, I'll get back to you nice and hungover on the Tuesday. But we'll definitely get back to you as soon as you message us.
Beautiful.
Congratulations. And thank you so much to everyone. We are trying to do as many giveaways as possible. And we hope you enjoy them. And don't worry, there's more coming. And I think we've just forgotten to talk about some of the biggest news that have made Sip. The NFL's coming to Melbourne and we forgot to bring it up.
No, we didn't, mate. We timed this to absolute perfection.
The NFL's coming to Melbourne. And I've heard a rumour that it was going to be the Rams and the Eagles.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to hear,
changed.
I've got some strong mail, Sip, and I don't know whether it's strong, but it was really good when I got it.
Yep.
And I had it Monday, and everything's been spot on so far. And they've said it's going to be the Rams playing Arizona or the Chargers. And I thought, no, I don't think they'll play the Chargers. So my mail is Arizona Cardinals.
You reckon Arizona? You reckon
will
they reckon they play a divisional game
I
over
reckon they're
here?
the closest team down here. It makes sense.
Do you reckon it's a divisional game? They'll play a division game.
If it's not them, it's the Giants.
Wow.
But my mail is that.
Wow.
I personally, if I was the commish, would send the Giants. So the Rams smoke them.
Yep.
You get a lot of people in there that are happy with the offense, and the Rams win. Rams house. Rams affiliated with Oz. Bang, bang, bang.
There you go.
But that's the mail, and the mail's
I'd
been
love
all
the
right.
Chargers to come out here.
Yeah, Chargers.
It'd be great.
I mean, Arizona would be pretty good
What
as well.
about the Cowboys?
I'd love to. I don't think Jerry'd send the boys down.
Well, Jerry has no choice. It's not their home game. Stiff, mate.
Go. Well, Tommy, congratulations, mate. It's
Well done.
that's all yours. Right,
that is big though. Honestly, that's a big thing now. Like the game's obviously got so huge, and to have that here in the next couple of years is really, really exciting stuff. And obviously, we'd love to be able to be part of it. So onwards and upwards from here for sure.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
Everyone's been messaging. What are we doing? I mean, whatever we're doing, we're going to go big. And we've had by that stage, people get confused, but it's actually still about, it's a year and a half away more. So we've got a lot of time to prepare for it. But I think we get a huge tailgate going.
Yep.
It'll be they reckon it might be around AFL finals, 10:30 on a Thursday's my mail. And we're just going to all walk up Punt Road together and just storm in with our Rams kit on. Unless Philly's playing, but I've got mail, it won't be them.
It doesn't matter anyway.
We'll storm up there together and
That's great.
It'd be amazing. So can't wait. Righto, it's time for the predictions. Here we go.
Predictions.
I've already leaked mine, Sip. 33-23 Eagles.
27-24 Eagles. That is my go.
You got 3 points.
Yeah, we just take back
Field
the
goal.
3 points that we lost last time. We'll get it back.
And while we're on that, the over-under, we should probably just have a look at that. But I haven't had a look at that yet. What would you predict the over-under be?
49 and a half.
48 and a half.
There you go. Yeah.
There you go. That's
49
that's pretty low.
I would say so. I think because of how good the defenses are, I reckon they're expecting just it to
In the
be a
dome?
little bit heavy though earlier on.
The dome?
Yeah, but I think, Bobby, I still think maybe because defenses are so strong in that, particularly in the first half, like you're going to see like San Francisco in the game last year, it was pretty low scoring. It ended up getting to 25-22 or something with an overtime. So that's the way I can kind of see it happening. Offenses will start to open up a little bit more in the second half.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, let's go to our first touchdown predictions because these are the ones that everyone loves, and we'll get on them and we'll be at the Osborne cheering this one on.
Yep.
And we've both gone the Eagles. Who have you picked first?
I've picked Saquon. I just think he will just set the tone. They will pound the rock and he will be in the end zone first.
I like it. You've kept it simple. I think that's what everyone thinks is going to happen.
Yep.
And they're going to get up there and they're not going to get to the goal line. They're going to get to about the 8-yard line or there'll just be an explosive play before that. And my man, Devontae Smith, he is ready to go. I've even created a market on PointsBet, Sip. I've even got a market for a 40-yard reception in Todd and you get some juice.
Yeah.
So look out for that. But I'm thinking that might happen early. Let's just play the game the way you know it's going to happen. Let's not go down McDuffie's throat. Let's stay away from him. Let's just throw it deep to a one-on-one with Smith. He is a star. And I just reckon they'll be preparing for Barkley and they'll be doing a lot of work for the legs. And I just reckon a little sneaky throw early just to get the ball rolling.
I like it, Tommy.
So that is my prediction.
I like it, Tommy.
Let's move on to the Gatorade. I thought that's a nice one. I've got an interesting theory, but I want to know yours. What's your colour?
Oh, well, I mean, I'm obviously picking one side here because I know what they normally have, so I'm going to go with orange.
Hang on a second. This is a disgrace. Hey, I've asked Sip during the week, what do the Eagles boys drink? And he fucking told me yellow. He sold me a lemon. I wanted the one that they drink, and he drinks it.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
Oh, I'm sticking with the guns.
He messaged me straight away to see, and I was like, here's the great opportunity.
When you go to the bench, right, think about like when you played in the Super Bowl, how many Gatorade tubs were there?
Oh, there was like 10.
Oh, so there's 10.
Yeah, they're huge, and you just keep loading them up.
What flavors were they predominantly?
Yellow.
They were always yellow.
Yeah, predominantly yellow.
So they were all yellow.
Yeah.
So if you have mailed, like a player, so when you were playing, did people text you what colour?
Oh, yeah.
And you obviously can't tell them, but you were like, you're focusing on the game, but everyone was trying to get in your
100%.
inbox. And you know for a fact it's yellow.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. That is unbelievable. We need to get him. Can you text Jordan Mailata?
I might have to, yeah.
Just ask him how's the hydration.
I will. What have you been drinking all week?
Wow. All right.
Love it.
One more funny one. We got, actually, we got a serious one.
No, MVP. Yeah, I like it. Why don't you go first?
I'm going to go Saquon Barkley.
Okay.
I reckon he's going to bust a big run. He's had the 60-yarders. I think he's had 2 in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I reckon, or maybe 3 actually. He had 2 in a game. I reckon he's had a year, and all the, not only is it his year, it's him and Cooper DeJean's birthday. It's their fucking birthday.
Yeah.
Like, we forgot to speak about that as well.
26 at plus 33 equals 59, baby. They're winning this whole damn thing. Don't worry about that.
Say that again.
26 plus 33 equals 59.
And that's the jersey
numbers. And that's the jersey numbers that they have when we're at Super Bowl 59. They're winning, baby. They're winning.
I'm telling you.
And Saquon's MVP.
Can you imagine your birthday?
I'm going with Jalen.
Wow.
Jalen should have won it last time. That man is on a mission. That man is on a serious mission, and he is going to be Super Bowl MVP.
If he doesn't pass the ball, I don't think he can win it.
I do.
Saquon Barkley would have been the MVP of every game they've played in the playoffs.
Yeah, but
except for last game, he got rested and they had a Shipley come on.
Jalen threw for 250. He had 1 passing and 3 rushing. He would have.
Saquon had 3 rushing.
He would have been MVP
Saquon
last week.
Saquon had 3 touchdowns and rested, and Shipley busted a big one, and we had him 4.
So was Jalen.
I go, what, that game? The other two games, Saquon Barkley wins.
That's fair. I'll give you that.
That's why it's a cracker,
I'll give you that. It's awesome.
It's going to come down to goal line.
I agree.
And that stupid push. I had enough of that push. I don't mind. I just want him to feed the boys around him.
Oh, it's great.
Right, Kendrick Lamar first song.
Humble.
Nice.
Nobody fair for me.
Yeah,
just set the tone straight away.
I thought not like us, but I reckon I might have cooked that. Maybe he goes not like us at the end. What do you think, Harrow? You've been a bit quiet today, Harrow. Is that because you looked at my fantasy team, Harrow? You still can't believe how good it was? Hey, the worst fantasy team ever, he said at the start of the year to remind the viewers.
It's good.
It's been a rough year around the fantasy, trying to get it stuck
Harrow,
in here.
while we got you, because you're an NFL guru, just quickly go through it. Ready? I'm just going to quick fire winner from you.
Eagles.
Scoreline.
I'm going to go 28-17.
Ooh, like that. First touchdown.
I might go Kareem Hunt.
Okay. Oh, yeah, don't mind that. Gatorade Colour.
I was thinking yellow.
Nice. MVP.
I'm going to go Jalen Hurts as well. He's just going to rush like what Sip said.
Yeah, if he gets goal line,
I think he's going to be passing. He only passes like 20 times a game.
Yeah.
He's going to be effective. So
Kendrick Lamar's first song.
Mad City.
Ooh, there we go. We'll track back on this. We've got the review coming up.
And we want to thank Harrow and the guys here.
Yes,
They've been doing a
big shout out.
fantastic
You've been
job, honestly.
Harrow,
They've been awesome, guys.
and so's Brady.
Brado's been unbelievable too. So we want to thank those guys. They've been huge for us all year, and it's been great to work with them.
It has been. And if you like our clips, well, it's because the great man puts in a lot of time, and he's putting a lot of time tonight because we've done this show a little bit later so we can get more mail to you. We wanted to wait for the awards and just get everything into this last show of the year because it's been amazing. And, geez, there's so much to talk about. Sip, let's just get to our specials on the app and round out this show. But it's going to be fun. I want to know what you're thinking. Let's start with your best bet. You've cooked one up. I've cooked my one up, and we've also got a few specials there. And I want you to tell me which one you like the most. Let's start off with your best bet. Sippo's best bet.
Well, I've spoken about it briefly already, and I think Dallas Goedert is an all go. I've got him down as 50 plus receiving yards here. I think it's all system go. As I said, I think he's a man on a mission as well, and he was unbelievable in the NFC Championship game. As I said, I think the linebacker, position for the Chiefs right now is probably the most susceptible, and he's the man to be able to cause havoc in that area. So I really, really like him for 50-plus receiving yards. That's really good money there for sure. PointsBet have got it going there right now, which has been excellent. So that's what I think is my best one, absolutely. I've got Kareem Hunt there for 50-plus rushing. He's taken over the number one spot there now. Pacheco's kind of fallen off since the injury, genuinely has become the RB2, and I think Kareem will still manage to get 50 yards. Mahomes might open that up for him a little bit with his legs, but I still think Kareem can get his 50. Kelsey for an anytime touchdown. He'll just find a gap. I just really think that he'll just be able to find a gap in, as he always does in a defense. They'll be 20, 30 yards out, and Mahomes will just be able to find him in a good spot there, and I think he'll be able to score. And as you mentioned, Devontae Smith is my other one there for an anytime touchdown too. He's been an absolute weapon against the Chiefs. Last 3 times he's played, he's been 100 or more or thereabouts, and he's a dangerous weapon for him because, as you said, McDuffie's not going to be the one lining up on him, so I think he's the go-to guy, and I think you find him in the end zone at any time.
Love it. And you get $15.
$15. So I'm happy with that, to be honest.
Head to the PointsBet app, hit NFL, and then go to the top left. There's an arrow, point down, NFL specials. You'll see the Oz American Aces tab, and all of them.
Zippo's best. Get on it at $15. Here we go.
Well, mine is no touchdowns. I'm going to keep it simple.
Okay.
I've obviously got. We're going to put there's that many little multis I'll be putting on, but this is my best. I've sat down, and this is what stands out. Patrick Mahomes, 25 rushing yards. Will use his legs.
Love it.
Fun fact: Philly gave up the second fewest passing yards and third fewest to the position, which is the quarterback. He's going to have to create. He's going to have to use his legs. Clearly, he's probably still going to pass the ball. Jaden Daniels got 2 touchdowns against the Eagles and 100. And I just think that Mahomes he's not going to be able to sling the ball like 300 yards against this Eagles defense. Yeah. Well, not on paper anyway. He's going to have to create, and he has used his legs a lot. So 25 rushing, take it and run. The 2 players I love, Smith, Kelsey, 60 yards each. I just think take your money and run there as well. And Saquon Barkley, 125 yards combined.
Yeah, I like that.
So
Scrimmage
combined.
Yards,
So you get a screenplay, see you later.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think you can get his 80, 90, 100, 150. I just think if he gets one big gap, that bet's tick. So $12 for that without a touchdown. Happy days.
Yep.
You can punt on that if you're a Chiefs or Eagles man because it's got players from everywhere. And good. Now let's get to our specials. Pick your one that you like the most. You ready?
Special. All right.
Special number 1. Devontae Smith to have a 40-yard reception and an anytime touchdown, $11. The next one, Saquon Barkley to have a receiving touchdown and Eagles win, $15. Noah Gray, Kelsey, Devontae Smith, Barkley to combine for 4 touchdowns and 250 scrimmage yards.
Yep.
$21.
Yeah. 4 tutties and 250 scrimmage yards between all those guys.
Noah Gray, Kelsey, Devontae Smith, Barkley.
Okay. Yeah.
And then the last one is Kelsey and Garrett to combine for 2 touchdowns.
I don't mind that little Noah Gray, sneaky Kelsey, Smitty, and Barkley for 4 tutties, 250. Yeah, I like that.
It's juicy, isn't it?
That's juicy.
If it's a high-scoring game, you've got to think they're around the mark.
I actually don't mind that at all.
It's a very nice one. Well, my favourite one is the Saquon. I've got a feeling Saquon might get a little catch.
Yeah,
I feel like he might get a screenplay. I don't know. I just feel they're going to have to cook something up, and they've definitely got something special coming up. And you think of Philly or the Philly special. I don't know. There's something coming up, Sid. There's something coming up. And one of the ones I really liked, I just saw, not our one, but there's a special that was online, and I think it was $41 if Carson Wentz is involved.
Oh, yeah.
In a scoring play, obviously passing a touchdown.
Nuts.
And $41. And now we do not want to see him out there, but I thought, what if Andy Reid cooks something up? You know when like Mahomes motions out, 2 tight ends are in, one's in Wildcat.
Yeah.
You got Wentz there, and all of a sudden everyone's like, what the fuck is this? Andy Reid's going to do something like that. At $41, I thought that's unbelievable juice.
I don't mind it.
Anyway, gamble responsibly, of course. Mate, that is us done. This is going to be a big game.
Here we go.
Are you actually nervous?
Nah. I'm genuinely excited for what this game can produce. This is going to be excellent. Revenge tour.
Quick. The game's just finished. This is what's happened. Go. Just give me exactly play-by-play. You got to like 20 seconds. Go. Just how it's going to start.
Play-by-play, how it's going to start.
Just start and finish. How do you think the game will?
Well, Eagles will defer, so they'll give the Chiefs the ball first.
Heads or tails to start the game?
Heads or tails. Tails call. They'll defer. They'll give Chiefs the ball. 3 and out. Make them punt away. And then the Eagles are just going to chew up the clock for the first 8 minutes of that game, essentially. And you'll just see Barkley ground and pound that bad boy, and then you'll get a tush push, and Jalen's going to score straight up.
Oh, it's a good start. I love it. Well, mate,
even though I want Saquon to score first.
Oh, yeah. You got the MVP. Look, I'm so excited. I hope you all are. Thank you so much to everyone that's tuned in. Me and Sip have loved this. We've got some massive plans next year. We can't wait to meet you all at the Osborne. It's great to see everyone messaging us, getting involved. We're pumped, and we'll be on the mic at 9. We might even be on there earlier. Mitchell and Ness, as I said, they've got all these jerseys. There's some Chiefs stuff there. There's even, it's so warm at the moment, but they've got these. Look how cool these hoodies are, mate.
That's elite.
They've got the brand new hoodies. I'm just
beautiful. That's great.
There's that much going, and we're going to be giving them away nice and early to some of the best stuff we can see. We haven't worked out how you're going to win it, but there'll be a lot of prizes for the people that are there nice and early as we fire up Super Bowl morning at the Aussie. So thank you guys. All the best. If you're a Chiefs man or woman, well, I think you better, just have a little look at yourself in the mirror.
You've done it now for us. You've done it now for us, Tommy.
No, just kidding. Three-peat. You must be nervous. You can get that three-peat. Outstanding. And, Eagles fans, good luck. That's all I got, Sip. That's all I've got. Let's get you to Coombsy.
Love it.
That schoolboy defending.
The Eagles take on the Chiefs in Super Bowl 59. Place their head-to-head bet on the game, and if your team scores the first touchdown, get paid out early as a winner. See your account for personalised max stake limit. PointsBet. Feel different.